Hip-hop is a culture born from struggle and the stories and gritty upbringings of our hip-hop forefathers. As rappers emerge from the Bronx and various neighborhoods, the one thing we all know is the streets have codes. One of the most popular codes of the streets is no snitching. Snitching can get someone ostracized from their loved ones, beat up, killed, or for a rapper, career homicide. Today we're going to go through the story of a could-be Toronto rap legend who broke the ultimate street rule, Mayhem Morearty, Real Toronto Stories. Mayhem Morearty was born September 29, 1980 as Kevin Williams and raised in the West End area of Toronto called Lawrence Heights. The jungle, coined from the phrase concrete jungle. Right down the street from the upscale Yorkdale Mall and the 401 highway, Jungle is a unique hood and experience for its residents. Mayhem never met his father and grew up with a single mother in a small metro housing unit with his siblings. He saw violence from the young age of 13, seeing a man hit in the head with a brick and stomped out at a house party. He said after that night, his vision towards violence changed and he became cold. By the age of 15, he was already selling drugs, doing armed robberies, and even robbing banks. At the same time, he was developing a love for the art of rap and hip-hop culture, with influences like Kool G Rap, Tupac, to B.B. King, Bob Marley, and Otis Redding. Street life brought Mayhem money as well as trials and tribulations, as well as having children from a teenager. As a teenager, he started rapping and performing at competitions and talent shows with his debut single, How I Move, that got run on commercial and college radio across the country and saw the buzz accumulate by beating Jay-Z somehow, some way, Nas's Get Down, and 50 Cent's In the Club on 3 separate sound clashes on Toronto's Flow 93.5 FM. His next single, Better Off Without You, released on vinyl by Universal Urban as a part of the Homegrown series, received a year-end top ranking on college radio across the country and charted as far away as Finland. The success of these 3 songs, along with a steady stream of mixtapes and CD single releases by the Hustleman Clique, has led to a string of high-profile collaborations for Mayhem. He was commissioned for the official Canadian vinyl release for recording artist Akon's Locked Up through the Street Records Corporation, SRC. The remix had received consistent spins across Canada, as well as heavy play on Hot 97 in New York via DJ Cypher Sounds and Camelo. This is followed up by Mayhem being featured on the Black Jays remix for Soul Clap / Universal recording artist Ray Robinson's The One. The subsequent vinyl and video release had broken the top 20 on Much Music's video countdown and had received heavy commercial radio play across Canada. In the early 2000s, he also founded the group The Hustlemen Crew, comprised of childhood friends from his Lawrence Heights neighborhood. In the 2000s, Mayhem and the Hustlemen flourished through the underground Toronto rap scene with songs like Late Night Creep, Rock and Roll, Anything Is Possible, and more. Mayhem is receiving a lot of mainstream attention, even getting an early Drake feature on his unreleased album. As his attention grew in the scene, he began to re-strengthen his prior friendship with childhood friend Mark Moore, aka El Presidente. Prezi was a friend of Mayhem's older brother, but was also cool with Mayhem through the streets and their shared love for rapping. Prezi wasn't even as close to as popular as Mayhem and was said to seek mentorship as well as clout from being around Mayhem and having him appear in his not as popular music videos. The two became more partners in crime than rhyme when they decided to rob the Arax jewelry store in August of 2010. A month later, Prezi went on a 75-day killing spree where he killed 4 men in 3 separate shootings. The first shooting of Courtney Facey and Mike James were on the night of Mayhem's birthday. Mayhem recounts it in the TVO documentary Sort of a Judas, how Prezi was driving him around in the backseat of his car on that same night. They were looking for an open liquor store. Prezi took a detour when he saw the 2 victims, pulled over and opened fire with a laughing Mayhem Morearty in the backseat watching the carnage. The second shooting of Carl Cole, Prezi was alone but made sure to text Morearty the news saying, "Yeah, busy terrorizing the borough. Watch CP." CP being CP24, the 24-hour news channel that gives up-to-date coverage on Toronto news, including its homicides. As Prezi was on his killing spree, Mayhem was growing quickly in the music scene. After defecting from Cardinal Official's Black Jays crew, Morearty got on the radar of successful Ottawa rapper Belly and was said to be signed to Capital Profits, also known as CP Records. At that point, CP Records already attained success with acts like Danny Fernandez, Mazzari, and Belly himself, right before meeting Toronto pop star The Weeknd and penning some of his biggest hits. Mayhem seemed to have it all going for him in the music industry, while staying tied to his street past and being a public representative of the growing Blood and Crip gang culture that was infiltrating the Toronto hoods. By early 2011, things took a turn for the worse when Mayhem was arrested by police for alleged gun charges. He was also charged for the August 2010 jewelry store robbery with Mark Moore. Moore was arrested shortly after, and Mayhem decided to become a star witness in the murder trial instead of the murderous raps that he once made in the studio. In the rap game and the streets, testifying, aka snitching, is a big no-no. Mayhem got a reduced sentence as well as some lasting injuries on the way out when guards placed Prezi and Mayhem in the same holding cell where he was assaulted and received cranium fractures. Morearty was able to come home early and was moved to witness protection in the West Coast, where he fathered another child with an unsuspecting British Columbia woman. The woman found out about his past and other children shortly before the breakup, and Morearty left her and her child and returned to Ontario. What is Mayhem doing now? Not many people know. It is said that he lives not too far from the city of Toronto, but has not released any new music or videos. In the 2017 aforementioned TVO documentary Sword of a Judas, he was filmed recording a more melodic style of music that had never been released. He has popped up on social media, specifically Instagram, under the rumor name Controversy Cells. Controversy being written with a K, still representing his Blood Gang set. Since Mayhem Morearty's rise and fall, things have changed in the rap game, and now known snitches like Tekashi 6ix9ine are still flourishing and making millions and packing arenas. Would Mayhem be able to do the same if he never quit? As far as his music video streams, they've gone up consistently over the years, so someone is watching them. A lot of people. Just the mere mention of his name on our podcast caused controversy with a mix of hate and low-key love. In conclusion, I'm not here to show love or shit on Mayhem Morearty, just give a detailed history and an objective view, and I hope you learned something. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, make sure to share this across all your social media platforms, and make sure to hit that like button so this gets shared up in the algorithm. Thanks for watching. Peace.